I am so excited to be back, let me tell you. So, I know it's been a while and we got a ton of noise going on in the background, but it is another Sunday night knife fight. Now, I've done these brands before. I can't recall if I've done the classics versus each other. I don't think I have. So, we have here two phenomenal knives. First up is Adventure Sworn Classic versus the AA Forged Bushcrafter. And let me tell you something about this knife. This knife, oh my god. Like usual, I've played with these. I have my expectations. I'm going to sit down while I talk about these. I have already some expectations. We'll go over the knives really quick. This is about 9/64 01 tool steel. And this is about the same thickness. It might be a hair thicker than 9/64, but it's around that thickness, and it's AEBL stainless. I have reviewed AA Forge in the past, and I like his knives. I commented on a few videos that I felt like his Scandi grind could be higher, thus making it thinner and a more efficient cutting edge, or a better cutting edge. And Adam has listened. Adam, he came out and he said, all right, what do you think about changing this angle? We've had a lot of customer requests. And I said, I think it's a great idea. So he went ahead and made basically a higher Scandi grind, or a thinner Scandi grind. I actually think it's just a degree or half a degree thinner than the Adventure Sworn. So we're going to give that a test. So here's that profile, and then flip these around, and then that's the handle profile. Thinner handle, thicker handle. Which do I prefer? I think that Adventure Sworn has comfier handle, just by a bit. This is a bit thick for me, but if you have big hands, I wear medium-sized gloves, so if you have big hands, this will feel awesome for you. It feels great for me, but it's a little thick. It could be, waiting for that truck, could be tweaked just a little bit, so by a little bit, maybe a little bit more contouring, kind of what the Adventure Sworn has, but overall, it's a great handle. I like it. So, let's get into this, right? Might as well. What should we start with? We'll start with some basic stuff, right? So we'll start with Adventure Sworn goes first. We'll start with 90-degree spine, right? So this is, I believe this is either cherry or birch. So it's a little bit harder to scrape, but 90-degree spine, fine. AA, I don't think it's going to have any problem. Again, different choice of wood would result in better scrapings, but spines, fine. That's not what we're here about. I'm not striking ferro rods on these today, only because this is on loan to me. It's not my knife. I don't want to be messing up the spine. Let's pull back, let's do some batoning and some feather sticking, and then we'll move on to notching. Going old school today, kneeling on the haversack. Also made by AA Forge. He hasn't made them in a long time, but they're great. So I went and grabbed, I'm pretty sure this is tulip poplar. Hopefully it's good to use, but let's take, since I've done this before, we'll take the Adventure Sworn. Both of these were hair popping sharp, so I'll go through that really quick too. Both of these were hair popping sharp. The AA maybe being AEBL, maybe being a fresher factory edge, sharper, without a doubt. This has been used a lot more. I've had this for months, so it's been used. Did strap it, does pop hair. This is still sharper. It could be because the the grind is just a little bit thinner, and that AEBL is a very, very fine-grained steel and will take an extremely fine edge. So anyway, Adventure Sworn did good. Wood looks like it has decent integrity for feather sticks. Has a gnarly knot right here, so kind of hard to work around that. Alright, now we have this from the same branch, a little smaller in diameter, longer, big gnarly knot in it. This is most likely out of frame. We're going to go with the natural check to start. Right through that, right? So it broke right off. Again, it's tulip poplar. It's super soft. Either that or it's basswood, so still good. Let's break it down one more time and then we'll move on to feathers. So it's crappy wood. What do you expect? So this looks like some decent material. This looks nice and straight, so let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and break this down. Probably use this edge here, and then for the Adventure Sworn, let's see. See if I can split out a little bit more out of this one. You can even use the palm of your hand to get these started. Alright, this one's not going to go any further. Hopefully that'll be a decent edge. Let's start. Get over this. Here we go. Feels great. Very easy to control, comfy, provides good feathers. Feather's great. I'm liking it. Really, very rarely any complaints with Adventure Sworn. I just have to remember, it's been a while since I've done feathers, and to not death grip the knife, which I tend to do. So, great feathers off of Adventure Sworn. AA Forge feathers. I'm going to go right down this side. A little bit of skips. Let me jump back to the one that Adventure Sworn was on. It might just be the grain might just be better on this. Yeah. Again, feels really good in the hand. Produces really nice feathers. Don't mind the handle size that much. Honestly, a combo or a hybrid between this thickness and the contouring on the Adventure Sworn would be ideal. But but super comfy. This likes to bite a little bit more, which definitely supports the thinner Scandi grind. But still, lots of control, very easy to produce feathers. Happy with that, right? Pull them up real quick. Adventure Sworn feathers. AA forged feathers. I'm thinking that, and maybe not, there might be a slight, very slight micro bevel on the Adventure Sworn, where the AA I think is really truly zero, providing a little bit wider feather, a little bit thicker feather, because it definitely has more bite. But both of these would light all ferro rods no problem. One isn't easier than the other, they're both absolutely awesome. Throw those aside. We gotta get into some notching here. So let's make this stick smaller, right? Might as well. And we will cross baton with the AA forge. Holy crap. Alright, so usually I notch these things and kind of cross baton through, but this is pretty impressive. Let me see if you guys can see what's going on. Brought you in a little bit closer. Look at that. I did not expect that at all. For it to pretty much, I was gonna do a V-notch and kind of work my way through this, but maybe it's because it's green. This is a green piece of either birch or cherry. So that was definitely impressive, to say the least. It's got to be birch. It smells amazing. Let's try it with the AA4 or the Adventure Sworn. I don't know if it's gonna do this, but this looks like a nice clean section. Oh no! Ha! My baton just failed. I was waiting for that. I have another one, but it was about time. That was like 2 years of a dogwood baton. So this one did it. Adventure Sworn did it as well. It definitely didn't do it as nicely. My angle could have been off, but it did it. Just wasn't as nice. But let's go to Adventure Sworn here and just see how it does with cutting bark off. Awkward angles, of course. That's fine. Go to AA. See how we can take some bark off of AA. I'm gonna go to the Adventure Sworn personally because it's straighter. And it does just fine with bite control. No issues at all. So, again, so far, totally equal. And not surprised, honestly. Usually, this is what's going to make or break it. Usually it's when you do a square notch with some of these blades, when you finally see how good that grind is. So, lucky for me, I have a couple more pieces of wood here. I don't have to go grab my new baton. But we're going to do a square notch. Square notch is usually tells me what's going on with a grind. How thin it is, whatever. just... No. I'm going to try that again. I can't believe... I'm at a disbelief that Adventure Sworn wouldn't be... that AA wouldn't be able to do that with how thin their grind is now. Let's try with Adventure Sworn and see what happens. Right there. There. Okay. It's got to be the piece of wood, because that usually works. Let's drive this in just a little bit deeper. Yep. Gotta be something up with the piece of wood that I chose. So let's grab... I don't know if it's gonna work with this. This is not green. This is pretty dry. Let's see. Yeah, so in twist usually pops out most of that piece. Fast, easy square notch. AA. Let's see what you got. I'll go this way too. I'm determined to prove that this can do it, because I know it can. It's got to be able to. I actually cracked this piece of wood just from hitting it with the baton. There we go. So it could have been the section that I was in, but... or at the rate I was doing it. But anyway, awesome. A lot of times I have knives that can't do that, that get in there and just do that twist, and you can't pop that chunk out. Let's get down. Let's do a couple quick little notches here. Do just a 10 stake notch, right? 7 notch in there. So there we go. Super easy peasy. Rotate it around. And I don't think any one of these is going to be easier than the other, or really perform better. And awesome. No issues there. You know, if I had to bevel this down, no problem. Bevel this side down. Ooh, that feels really good. This even feels, you can feel, I don't want to say it feels slicey, because it's a Scandi, and it's not super thin Scandi, but you can feel the difference actually. The little difference in sharpness between the AA and the Adventure Sworn, you can feel it. It definitely translates, especially when you're beveling off ends. Like, I think if I come in here and I'm gonna slice through this, right? Versus this feels really good too. Not gonna lie. So, I think it's time for some conclusions. What do I think? So I am a huge fan of Adventure Sworn. By far, favorite knife company, Adventure Sworn. Love AA Forge. Honestly, of all the knives out there that I've tried, and all the knife companies that I've gone through, these two have the highest level of fit and finish that there is, that I've seen. I got to look at my first deering yesterday. I got to look at my first turley yesterday, and they both look fantastic, but I have not had a chance to actually use them. They do look like absolutely beautifully wonderful knives. Performance-wise, I don't know because I have not used them. So, based on what I've used and what I've seen, two favorite knife companies recommend their knives, hands down. But anyway, who has won this battle? I have to give it to AA Forge. Honestly, Adam has come such a long way. The fact that he brought up this Scandi and thinned out that Scandi, it's just absolutely phenomenal. The out-of-box sharpness on a scale of 10 has to be, I don't know if I can say it's 10 of 10, but it's definitely 8 or 9. And this would be, so if this would be 8, this would be 7. If this would be 9, this would be 8. This is just one under. Even out of box, Adventure Sworn are crazy sharp, but this is even more, this is ridiculous. This is insane. As for how the knife held up, take a look over it. I did notice in preparation for the video, one extremely small microchip on the primary cutting edge, but I mean like extremely small, barely noticeable. It'll work out in seconds. Adventure Sworn, 01 tool steel's proven. It held up absolutely amazing. This is also tempered to a higher Rockwell than 01, so this does have a potential for much longer edge holding, equal or superior toughness. So steel wise too, this wins in the steel category as well. If this handle was a little bit more contoured like an Adventure Sworn handle, not this thin but not this thick, somewhere right in the middle, it'd be amazing, and it would be without a doubt the winner. It's a very, very close race. By no means am I saying run out and sell all your Adventure Sworn knives or run out and buy all the AA Forge knives, but the new stuff coming out of AA Forge looks absolutely amazing and performs just as well. So I would say AA Forge, you've won this knife fight. I'm so happy to say that. You deserve to win, and all the previous videos you've been edged out just a little bit by Adventure Sworn, but today you've edged out Adventure Sworn, and I'm very happy to say that. So guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, go ahead and click subscribe. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get some stuff out. I've been extremely busy, and in my next video, if this video posts first, in my next video you'll see why I've been so busy. Until next time, thank you.